true crime lovelies. How are you? All right, you read the title. Donna has got herself a media specialist, y'all. I did a video a little while back. Her counsel, I was saying new counsel, I guess it's her existing counsel at this point, but Jackie Fulford and I can't think of the other guy, Zellman, I think it is, Josh Zellman, have requested for a venue change, right? They're saying she can't get a fair trial there. And I, silly me, was like, oh, they're not going to hear that. Like, the judge won't hear that until they at least try to seat a jury and there's an actual problem. But I was wrong.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
And so this Friday coming up, I believe it's the 13th, the judge is going to hear this motion. And I was running around on Friday like, did Donna die? It says she's released from custody. So I missed this other motion that was filed, and it's for their media expert to testify. It's unopposed, but he's not in Florida, so they asked for him to appear during Zoom. But I want to get into who he is and what his background is. But first, I want to thank the members. So let me run the intro, and we'll catch up on the other side. All right, let's get into the motion first. It was granted, even though it's my 2 cents. My 2 cents are always grounded in facts. And so let me start with the receipts. So this was e-filed on 5/27 in the circuit court. It's printed wonky. I promise. It's just how they scanned it. Order granting defendants unopposed motion to allow expert witness testimony by Zoom. This cause having come before the court upon defendants' unopposed motion to allow expert witness testimony by Zoom in the above styled case, which is State of Florida versus Donna Sue Adelson. This court having reviewed this motion, there being no objection on behalf of the state and being further advised in the premises, it is ordered and adjudged the defendant's motion to allow expert witness testimony by Zoom. But who is this expert, you say? His name is James Todd Murphy. He's going to come in on Zoom on June 13th, which is Friday. So, being nosy, I had to go, who is this dude? I had to go and check him out. It appears, so he works for this company, TrueScope. He's the president of I think it says North America. It's for the US version though. It looks like they're founded in Australia. So at the top of this, and I'll show you in a second, it's the Aussies and then the Kiwis and then the Americans. I think he's third from the top, even though it says he's president, but let's just get into his background. It looks like there was an M&A he had his own company, and then a couple of years ago, they were acquired by TrueScope. So Todd is the president of TrueScope in North America, a global media intelligence organization with advanced SaaS or software as a service technology, highly experienced team and client-centric service. So that tells me it's data-driven. You have the SaaS there, right? And so everything they're producing, they're gathering a lot of data, they're compiling a lot of data, report analysis, somebody is analyzing it or their system is analyzing it. And probably like the system does the first round and then a human eyeballs it and like susses it out. But I'm guessing it's finely tuned. Todd was appointed in this role in 2023 following TrueScope's acquisition of long-standing and successful United States media intelligence organization, Universal Information Services, where he had been owner and CEO since 2016. So he founded that company. There was an M&A. I'm sure he got some moolah, right? Where's Melissa? Help us out, girl. What did he get? That's right. His career in the industry spans more than 3 decades in a range of leadership roles, with his biggest accomplishments being the development of innovative services that provide actionable and valuable insights for North American communication practitioners. His innovations include the first multi channel monitoring software for broadcast media and the development of comparative media analysis reports for industries. The only thing comparable I could think to this would be like Nielsen, but they work more directly with like the networks and helping them measure their metrics, feeding it back to them, letting them know how they're against their competitors. This team, and I only know about Nielsen from my work in media, right? So I'm used to like talking about television and cable, broadcast and cable. This group also covers social media and some other things. So we'll go into what the company looks like. Let's go over to see what they're all about. About our team. So here's what I was talking about with the team. The top row are the Australian team. So co-founder and CEO is John Kroll, co-founder and CTO Michael Bade, and then Sarah Phillips is head of product. So they're going to be product heavy, right? With software as a service, they're leading with that. And then you have the masterminds behind it helping you sort out what to do with all the data that their software delivers. Then you have the New Zealand folks, the Kiwis. And then here, this is why I think he's third down, because at first I was like, well, maybe they're doing it left or they're doing it right to left because maybe that's what they do in Australia. But the others are in order, right? So Jean Saucier and Rick Lombardo are ranked higher than he is by the order of the way they're laying this out. And I'm vetting that out because there's a manager, client success manager, who is in the last position on the right side, right? And they're in Singapore, these last three. So what do they do? This is what I think they're doing for Donna: real-time media monitoring. In a fast-paced and ever-changing media landscape, you need to stay one step ahead at all times. You need access to the relevant information at the right time. You don't have time to manually monitor every mention and comment around the globe or to extract meaning from monitoring lists, right? So it's more than just Google alerts, basically. You need a comprehensive way to get smart, relevant, and real-time media monitoring delivered directly to you. TrueScape keeps you fully informed. Take the hassle out of the hustle. Collects, collates, and analyzes data from millions of media sources so that you can see your world more clearly than ever. That's right. With customizable filters, separate industry feeds, quick search tools, and cutting edge analytics, you can make smart and informed decisions to boost your brand and focus on what you do best. So, what is the media monitoring? Refers to tracking specific topics like Dan Markel murder, FSU professor murdered in broad daylight, Grandma Gotti, or brand mentions across all types of media outlets, including social media, podcasts, print media, online news sources, and more. Please hold. Okay, not sure where we were, but everyone is alive despite a bump on the head. It also talks about competitor insights, but obviously that's like B2B work, right? Like we're just talking about Donna and her case and if she's able to get a fair trial in Tallahassee. So media monitoring in today's business landscape, so we're not going to go through that. Brand management. Donna's brand is trash. That's why she's filing all these motions in limine. Anybody who might have a bad thing to say, they don't want testifying. So it's going to be a lot of people. Don't forget June Chinda. Donna told June on a balcony that Dan was haunting her from the grave. Haunting you for what, ma'am? What did you do? Anyway, comprehensive data, highly accurate, gives you the confidence everything is being monitored across mainstream, broadcast, and social, the relevance. So I am thinking, based on this gentleman's company's background and website, they have gathered, it's going to have to be super granular like to narrow it down specifically to Tallahassee. So I'm curious to see. I imagine he's going to have a fancy dancy PowerPoint that he's well paid for, or some sort of presentation. But to like, instead of looking at just Florida, they're going to just look at Tallahassee. My curiosity is, are they going to make a recommendation on what would be a better place, what has less media exposure? But then you have all of us on YouTube. Like, I'm in Manhattan talking about Donna. There's what is it, La Belle V, I think she's in California, she might be in Florida. But my point is, we're everywhere. So who knows, like, who's watching me? Is it someone in Tallahassee? Is it someone, I don't even know if I know that. I know it by state in the YouTube analytics now that I'm thinking of it, but maybe I don't need to get more granular than that. But I'm curious as to what he's going to say. And he's unopposed, or at least the motion for him to be on Zoom is unopposed. I haven't seen the state file anything about an expert, but maybe if they're not filing, the only reason we know about this is because they're asking for it to be Zoom, right? So maybe the state will have a rebuttal witness. Where did we say he's in Omaha? Yeah, he's in Omaha, Nebraska. So they might be paying coins for that presentation, but they're not paying coins for that travel. Like, they get yourself on Zoom, sir. Pull up that presentation. But what do you guys think? It's interesting. How did they find this person? How are they translating it to an individual? Because it says brand management, but it really looks like a B2B, business to business proposal, right? It doesn't look like for consumers or laypersons. But I'm imagining this team has done a lot of research on how many hits, what is the awareness, because their argument in the motion, and I'll link it because I did do a video. I'll link it in the cards above and I'll put it in the description box below so you can reference it, is that she cannot get a fair trial because there's so much media saturation. I mean, maybe they're going to argue it can't even be in Florida, but then why have you wasted all this time about recusing Judge Everett if you don't, you know what I mean? Like, when you move a trial, or I've also seen it where they move the jury in, they bust the jury in instead of like moving the trial to the other jurisdiction. So there's a couple of options, but I'm just curious as to what the data is going to say. So I'm off on Friday. I've put it up on my channel. We're going to watch it. It's expected to be 2.5 hours long. So we'll talk through it together, react together, and see what's going on. Hopefully it's covered. I have the Zoom link, but I don't know if I can record that in there. But you guys talk about it, and maybe like there'll be enough YouTubers who have interest that somebody will get down there and cover it in real time and air it live so we can talk about it together. Sugar Bear has just locked himself out of the room. The AC is on and it sucks the door closed. I have a doorstop there, but he's like, I'm gonna move it. Anyway, yeah, so let's plan on, and then Wednesday there is a case management. So I expect we'll have a decision on the motions to not have what's his name, Mr. Webster, Danny's family law attorney. I can't, Stephen Webster, and Sarah, I'm gonna butcher her name. Let's not butcher it. Sarah, the one who heard Donna say they're acting like he's a beloved professor, but he was a jerk. So I expect we'll hear those motions. I'm surprised I haven't seen a June Umchinda suppression or motion in limine. My prediction on the two, on Stephen Webster and Sarah, is they're going to get to testify. It's going to be up to the defense to object if something comes in that shouldn't come in while they're on the stand. But to preclude them entirely, I don't see it. But let me know what you think down below. And hopefully I will see you all. Well, I've got one more Donna thing, so hopefully I'll see you in that. I'm getting caught up on all her jail records, especially now that she's moved. But I'm going to do a reaction on Wednesday after the case management. Can't do it in real time because I'm having my anatomy scan in the afternoon. And then Friday we'll do this motion to take it up the road. We'll see how Judge Everett feels about it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Toodles.